Hello, and welcome to this third year module on drugs and disease. My name is Declan McKernan, and I'll be teaching these 12 lectures on cardiovascular drugs, as well as taking the cardiovascular workshops that will be taking place in the coming weeks. This aspect of the course will be examined in PM309 paper 2, and there will be 2 exam questions on the paper out of 4 in total. There will also be an MCQ exam on this lecture series that will take place after the lecture series will be over. The lecture series learning outcomes are shown on this slide. By the end of the lecture series, you should be able to describe the physiology of the heart and vascular system and its involvement in controlling heart rate, contractility, blood pressure, lipid metabolism, and hemostasis. You should be able to describe how disease and dysfunction can arise in the cardiovascular system and to identify potential pharmacological targets. You should be able to compare and contrast the mechanisms of action, pharmacokinetics, and side effects of cardiovascular drugs, giving named examples. And finally, you should be able to describe the determinants or risk factors of chronic cardiovascular diseases and how they can be managed pharmacologically in the long term. I've outlined the topics of the lecture series on this slide here. As you will see, we will be covering aspects of cardiovascular anatomy and physiology such as the heart with relation to the cell types, as well as rate and rhythm. We will also be discussing the cell types and physiology of the vascular system. We will discuss these in relation to diseases of the heart and the vascular system. Most importantly for us as pharmacologists, we will be discussing the drugs used to treat these individual diseases and detail the mechanisms of action, the pharmacokinetics, and the side effects of these drugs. Finally, in the integrative CVS pharmacology section, we will discuss the long-term treatment of patients who may have many interacting conditions and who are taking many of these drugs concurrently. All of the resources needed for this lecture series are posted in Blackboard. These include lecture notes, video recordings of the lectures, as well as extra readings including review articles on the latest research on these topics. I would like to encourage you to participate fully in this series by attending live lecture sessions, reading notes, and watching lecture recordings, but also to participate in live sessions by asking and answering questions and participating in short quizzes. This will aid your learning throughout the series.